Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina, привет. I'm your Russian American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials of affordable, inexpensive makeup from Walmart, drugstore, various websites. I'll test it on my face and I'll pass the savings to you guys. So in this video, I'm testing one of the newest Morphe palettes. I mean the usual size, but we can't hate this. This is Desert Bouquet 35D. It looks beautiful outside. It looks beautiful inside. So we're gonna be doing this look, and I'm gonna tell you what I think and how this performs. And I'll give you all the tea on the shade and the swatches. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell so YouTube notifies you of every new video upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. So do follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links are down in the description box, as well as my Patreon group. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into this. So just before we start the video, let me do some swatches and talk to you about the palette. So I got this palette when I got a text, like I said, and if you guys are not subscribed to, not signed up to text, it's worth it. It's all annoying because Morphe like comment for you, you know, buy, but they do give you text when they have 30% off, and 30% off is pretty good discount. So when I get that kind of text, I'm like, well, let me go see what's new, and I'm gonna buy something for reviews or for my own use, because Morphe quality is good. Some of them are excellent. The collabs are usually very nice, and some of the regular Morphe palettes are excellent as well. And you know, a lot of people say it's like they're regurgitating their own stuff all the time and there's no creativity, they just like poop it out. But well, maybe a little bit, but hear me out here, like Rebecca says. This is a nice palette. So this is what it looks like. It's 35D Desert Bouquet. So it's not for people like you, Teresa, my friend, and me, the ones that collectors. You know, if you have a lot of palettes, this would be, I would say it's like unnecessary, but the point is my channel is budget channel, and this is a budget palette, and it's good for beginners, or it's good for somebody who is missing this kind of colors, or you just like Morphe formula. I like Morphe formula. Sometimes, you know, you get a third and that's not that great, but most of my Morphe palettes are great. So this is, you'll see, it's a good one. So this was $26 without any discount. With the discount it was $18.20 because I got it 30% off. So 35 shades for 26 bucks, less than $1 for a shade. I mean, you can't really hate it. And it looks pretty, and you know, there's no mirror, but who cares? I never use mirrors, to be honest. So you'll see the, let me scoot over. So you'll see the swatches here. And excuse the absence of my hairy arms of my husband. Like I said in my previous video on Monday, he is gone. He went to a business trip. I mean, he's a pilot, so he flew the plane owners for vacation, their vacation home. So he's gonna be back on Wednesday, and I'm missing his hairy legs and arms, so I did on my arm, non-hairy arm. So it swatches nicely, and I did it on the daylight and not in these lights, just like to break it up and on purpose. So I took my cell phone and I videoed myself in front of the window in the living room, so you'll see it looks nice. I did use a primer, just a regular concealer on my arm to prime, and it swatches nice. There's no problems with it. So, and it's not like, you'll see, it's not the most blinding. Some of the shimmers are subtle, but a lot of them are nice. Like this one is very, very nice. The pink one is very more like a metallic. This one is more like metallic. The silver one is pretty awesome, but it's more like a glowy see-through, but it's buildable. I find like a lot of shimmers here are buildable, so I'm not mad at it. The matte, the black, is awesome, as you can see. So let's get to it, and you'll see me apply and do all of this I mean, I did really extra and I went extra for y'all. You know, inspired by the love of orange and pink and orange and yellow. So orange and yellow has been like in lately, so I'm feeling it totally. So let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so we got to this smoky situation. Very me and very warm tone outside. I usually don't like orange, but I took myself out of my comfort zone against orange. And we're gonna get into this. So start with the black, which is called Midnight Blue. On a motor brush, just a small pencil brush, Motor Pro BMX 420 detail. So I'll show you how pigmented the black is. I mean, love it or hate it, but Morphe makes great eyeshadow. And a lot of people hate Morphe because they regurgitate the same palettes over and over again. But the thing is, we have to think about this, that the world is huge. And they're not making makeup for people like me and my friends who are collectors. They're making palettes for everybody else too. There's so many people who never tried Morphe before, so what if this is the first thing they see and they're attracted to it? So why not? So I don't know. I'm not hating anybody's game, so whatever rocks your boat. Morphe is affordable and it's nice. So I'm just kind of creating base for all the other eyeshadows, making sure it comes out all bright and pigmented. So I'm going to take another brush and just blend this out. As any clean brush fluffy will do. So now I'm going to go into the rich clay, which is this one. It's like a rich dark purple. I mean, it's almost invisible, but it's necessary to create warmth. Because once you start to blend purples with oranges, it all kind of blends together and you lose it a little bit. But the point is to build up that warmth, that initial layer over the black. And a little beyond that, so far I'm not worried about all this because I'm going to blend conceal and base into it, and then we're going to blend it out bigger. So here, somewhere here, there's my old eyebrow tattoo, so I have to be careful about this area. Now I'm blending this next eyeshadow, hot as ever, and it's very burnt orange brown. This is like going out of my comfort zone because I don't like browns and oranges. But I always do something purple pink, or blue purple pink, or blue purple pink and green and teal. That's my usual go-to. So I'm like, let me do something different. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this one, Hot Nights, on the same brush, just to lighten up as we go. I'm pressing it in for a few reasons. Well, first of all, because we're blending adding pigment. Also, because my eyebrow tattoo is somewhere there, so I can't really swish it around and swirl the brush. I have to press. Otherwise, we're gonna have a messy situation. So that was another motor brush, just a little bigger. Now I'm going to Spectrum brushes. It's about the same size, maybe slightly fluffier. And this is Spectrum B11, and I'm gonna go into the lighter shade. Yes, I Canyon. And this is like a burned light orange. This is a kind of orange I'm not mad about. So now as we go, I wanted to add brow bone highlight. First I went for this one, and then I decided to change my mind. This is Sand Dunes. And then I changed my mind. I decided to add pink. And this is Sundress Season. So I'm just going to repeat and do the same thing on this eye. It's like a very small brow bone highlight. I don't want it to be overwhelming. Gone are those days in like years ago when I used to do my brow bone highlight all the way down to here. You know, in my nose bridge too. Oh girl, that was rough. So now I'm adding a little pink, see? Pink is more reflective. The Sundress Season is almost like a very metallic. So now we blend this with the same Spectrum B11 brush. Now for this small area, I'm going to take a smaller brush. This came from BoxyCharm. It's a lavish set. It's kind of smudgy but flat. So I'm going to go to greens. Suck on that. How rude. And sweet sage, which is nice. What are you trying to do here, Morphe? Alright, suck on that. We're gonna go right on top of black. Just to blend and add pigment. Make sure it's very rich. That is very rich. Very rich green. Now we blend it, smooshy, smooshy. I'm going to clean off this brush and go into the sweet sage, the lighter green. I love this kind of greens. Like it's very, very army green, very grungy. And I'm gonna be a lazy hoe and dip the same brush into another light green. High noon, excuse me. It's kind of a very, very pale green. It makes blending very easy. And now I'm going to extend this with a yellow, just taking just a brush, very fluffy but dense. And this is called Petite Eye Blender 223, and I'm gonna go into bright yellow because I must have yellow and check it out, all sun. So I'll put a little Pilouise base here as well. I don't know if I mentioned I've been using Pilouise base. Just because. I'm trying to pan one of them at least. Because I have too many bases. And I like Revolution slightly better, so I'm kind of trying to pan Pilouise base. So now I'm just blending the yellow almost in the bridge of the nose. So I cleaned off my eyelid with micellar water and Q-tip as usual. And I cut my crease with a Pilouise base as well. So I almost went for the green shimmer, but I'm like, you know, I've been there, done that many times. So let me do something again different. So I'm going to do Cocktail Love You. Puns everywhere. So this one. And also Sundress Season. The same one they use for the brow bone. So Cocktail Love and interesting, Cocktail Love You almost like sounds like a Russian как дела. And как дела in Russian is how we like how are you? How are you doing? Every time I say Cocktail Love You, I'm thinking как дела. So I'm gonna call this как дела. So I'm gonna put как дела here on the flat brush. I grabbed this brush, and this is like a paintbrush from one of the face paint set. I don't know why I grabbed it. It just looked very flat and appealing. I find that a lot of these cheap brushes that come with the face paints or come for crafts, they work very well for either cut crease, like to apply primer on the eyelid, or to apply the eyeshadow, because they're extremely thin and extremely flat. So I find this very helpful. So this is quite reflective. It's like almost like a metallic. I wouldn't say they're the most blinding metallics, but they're very nice shimmers that's buildable. So if I keep building them, they're gonna look nice. I mean, obviously this is a Morphe quality. This is not your high-end makeup, but some of the Morphe palettes are nice. And I think this is one of the nice ones. I would say collabs, like palettes for collabs are usually slightly better. But this one is, yeah, it's very nice so far. So far, a very pigmented. Black was real black. Real black. Blends nicely. Nothing is patchy at all. I'm taking another Jessup brush, and this is Jessup a Detail Shader 237. I like the small flat brushes, but the slightly fluffy side for things like this. So we're gonna blend this into the purple and pink, because I needed some more purple and pink. So back to Rich Clay and the one next to it, which is Cactus Fruit. See, it blends nicely, so I'm gonna dip into the Cactus Fruit and make it more pink, which is, this is so pretty. This is my kind of favorite pink. Now I'm gonna go back to black, of course, and deepen up everything. So I put Beauty Creations gel liner in the waterline in the color Shamrock. And now the low lash line, I'm using another gesso brush, and this is the second one I have from the second set. It's another detail shader 237 as well. I love the slow brushes. So I want to add more green. And going back to the second that, and the one that's called Sweet Sage, just a little below. That is so pretty. It's a very dreamy green. So this is the finished look. The inner corner highlight is Zoeva highlighter, the one I got from BoxyCharm. It's very gold. And then the cheeks the same. I used the eyeshadow for the blush. I just felt like orange and yellow moment. And on the lips, I actually used the Beauty Creations. And this is eyeshadow base and actually works on the lips very well. So I did decide to set the lips. I used the Beauty Creations bases because they can go as lipstick. And I've seen people use those kind of bases from Belize as lipstick, but the problem is it looks like it's gonna set itself, but it does grease. So I just set it with eyeshadow. I just used a little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow, same ones I used in my eyes. All sun. And yes, I can. Yes, I can. Morphe, the pants, keep coming. I mean, I can't with it. Anyway, yeah. So I'm very happy with it. I know Missa is gonna like this kind of thing. She likes oranges and yellow, so as for my friend Missa, she's gonna be like, yes, that's my kind of color story. And the earrings are from Walmart. That's a new purchase from Walmart. Walmart has like some of the best earrings actually. These are like $5. I just went by their jewelry department and there you go. Zoeva highlighter is awesome. It's a little powdery, but if you spray your cheeks first with a setting spray, it really works well. So I got this one on BoxyCharm sale. I mean, it's like pure yellow gold pretty much. It looks good with this kind of looks, but of course it's not for everyday look. The eyeshadow palette is excellent. I did not use any glitter on my lids, and my lids look pretty spectacular. The blend is awesome. It blends so easy. I really have nothing to complain about. It's beautiful. The palette is amazing. I mean, the inner corner is Zoeva. It's not Morphe, but the rest of it is Morphe, and the black is excellent. The green, I mean, everything blends so well, and there is no patchiness whatsoever, which is like sometimes with Morphe palettes I've had patchiness before, and this is not. It's not a collapse, so this is a very good formula. It's not the most blinding metallics and shimmers, but some of them real nice. Like this pink one is real blinding, and this one is real nice. So I would recommend this. If you guys don't have a Morphe palette yet, or you really gravitate toward this color story, I wouldn't say no. It's a very nice palette. I mean, it's obvious, the usual Morphe huge palette. They could really edit this probably to a smaller amount, but it makes sense, you know. You got your browns here in the middle. You got neutral browns, you got warm browns, now you got oranges and yellows, you got greens. It all makes sense. You got pinks and purples, you got deeper purple or orange color, and you got blacks and browns, more neutrals. I mean, it all kind of goes together. It's a very, very well thought out color story. Like, you can't find any faults with it. You know, just like maybe it could be smaller, but it's a nice palette, and it's a beautiful outside 35D desert bouquet. And I've got eyelash glue on it already. So yeah, highly recommend. It's beautiful. If you guys are interested, I'm going to link this below in the description box, and you can purchase this. I mean, it's not expensive. So if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. So do comment below, let me know what you think. Let me know if you picked it up, or are you sick and tired of Morphe and you like Morphe by I don't know her, but I still like Morphe. My Morphe videos get a lot of views, so I'll keep making them. So again, huge thank you for all my Patreon. I have a Patreon group. The link to my Patreon group is in the description box. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!